and welcome to my channel. Today I'd like to talk to you about safety on the homestead or at home. Here we have right here one of our buckets that we've made. We went and purchased a red bucket and made our own little homemade safety cross on it with the lid, safety lid. This is our to-go bucket if there's an emergency or accident that ever occurs on the farm or at the household or whatever. But let me show you what we got in it. First thing is our disaster prepper organizer. This is a book on any type of disaster, from tornadoes, flooding, accidents, any type of emergency that can occur. It's a go-to book to tell you what to do in an accident, the form of an accident happening. But this book needs to be read way before an emergency does happen, so you do have it on hand on what to do. Also, we keep a small list inside with any medicines that any of us are allergic to. That way, in an emergency, you can just go to and look up what they're allergic to, any kind of medicine. Okay, one of the most important things in our kit, our bucket, is Band-Aids. All sizes of Band-Aids. I am the Band-Aid queen. We're always cutting ourselves or slicing ourselves or on the gates, fences, and Band-Aids are one of the biggest things to have in your box. Okay, second would your alcohol swabs. Now these are to clean any wound, any type of wound that does happen. Always make sure it's clean. Okay, we have gloves, big heavy-duty gloves, and safety glasses, just in case of a major disaster. And we have all our ointments. This goes from pain reliever to itching to Neosporin, which Neosporin is our on-hand ointment cream. Neosporin will basically almost heal any small wound or cut. Not the generic kind, the original Neosporin. We don't ever go without it. Okay, we also have syringes. Now these, some with needles, without. These are for any of my animals that need to take any type of medication to get it down them, to squirt it in their mouth, or any type of antibiotic for the bigger animals that you have to give internally and have to use. These are we also have heat pads. We have the small ones and we have bigger ones. Some of these are for back pains, for muscle cramps, but a lot of these can be used for, say, an accident happens in the cold and they're laying on damp ground or cold ground. These can be put underneath somebody to keep them from going into shock or freezing. And these are very good to keep into your little bucket. We also have wipes, wet ones, to clean your wound way before you start putting any of your creams and stuff on. And we have pads for our knees, elbows, ankles, and in case of a joint, sprained ankle, sprained wrist. We also have the gauze with the scissors. Scissors are very important in case any of my animals, like one of the goats, gets a rope around its leg or anything. You've got scissors, you've got something in there to cut it, plus, to treat the wound with the gauze and cutting the gauze. This is another heat pad to put on your wound. We also have needles. This can be even for splinters, any type of splinter you have to get the splinter out, which right now I have one. We also have toothache medicine. We've had situations where someone's chipped their tooth, and until you can get them to the dentist, this is pain reliever to keep, especially if you have a nerve exposed, to keep from being in so much pain till you can get to a dentist. We also have peroxide and alcohol. A lot of this can be bought at the dollar store, and you can fill your bucket, with all different sorts of small items in case of emergency. These are your vinyl gloves. You should have these no matter what in emergency. You want to be able to protect yourself and protect who's ever hurt. These are good for your car too. In case of an accident, you drive up on one, you always need protection from any type of blood or accident. Okay, one of our big things too is allergies. We got nasal sprays. We get a lot of allergies from the pollen. We have a lot of pollen and dampness and stuff. And this is probably one of your best things to use, especially during the springtime when all the pollen's falling. Okay, now this is good. This is something the old timers used. And if we get stung, bit, mosquito bit, bee stung, waspers, honeybees, any of the sort, we use meat tenderizer. What we do is take meat tenderizer with a little bit of warm water and we rub it on where we've been bitten. And what this does is takes the swelling out and the poison out instantly. It draws it out. So this is a very, very good thing to have on hand for any type of stings, spider bites, any of the above. We also have Epsom salts. Epsom salts is one of your best remedies after a long, long day. This is good to put in a warm bath to take all your aches and pains out from your back, your knees, your arms, and this really, really does work. Maybe once or twice a month. Soak in some Epsom salts. Another one is allergy relief, okay, plus Benadryl. This is good for anybody allergic to bee stings. 2 of these can keep swelling down from swelling in your throat. And I do have a lot of friends that we have to carry this regularly because they are allergic to bee stings. And you can die from a bee sting if you're allergic to them, but this takes the swelling down. And let's see, last but not least is our ibuprofen. Headaches. We all get headaches, and this is just good to always have it in your kit just in case, headaches, migraines, any of the above. Well, thank you for letting me show you our emergency kit. This is very good to keep in your kitchen, right on hand, where everybody, including your kids, know where it's at. It's your go-to. In a panic situation, it's hard to think, to get your thoughts together on where this is or what, especially if there's been an accident or emergency. And having everything in one spot where everybody knows what's in it, what it's for, is excellent. Plus, where it's in a bucket, you can just grab the bucket and run out to wherever, send somebody in to grab the bucket and run to you. And it's all in there, anything for any situation that's happening. These are also good if you're going camping or overnight, camp outs or weekends, to throw in the back of your truck or car, and that way you've got all your emergency items in one compact thing, and it's not heavy, it's really lightweight, plus it's got all your stuff that you'll need. Well, thank you for stopping in and sticking with me on my channel to review our emergency bucket. And it's an easy bucket to make. We keep, it was kind of homemade. That way everybody knows what it is. But thank you for stopping in. Subscribe to me, and thank you for watching. And stop in anytime. Thumbs up, and thank you.